Good morning, profitable traders. Welcome to a new week, which is also the last week of this month. I am so excited to have you all here today. Good morning to everyone. Welcome to the market follow for today being the 26th of May 2025. My name is CJ, and of course, we'll be taking you through some currency pairs as we look at what we're expecting to play out in the market this morning, and then the trades we're looking out for today. We're going to be looking at some currency pairs, starting off with the dollar index first, and then we'll look at GBP USD and Euro USD, and then we'll continue from there. Okay, so grab a good seat as we continue with today's market color. First thing that we have in sight for our analysis is the dollar index. Remember last week we told you all that we were very bearish on the dollar. We wanted to see the dollar sell so much last week. So you can see that we still have a markup right here. It hasn't changed yet. So this is our markup. We expected the dollar index trading to the 61.8 region. It did so, and now it's selling. So this is where we're looking to see it sell all the way to somewhere around here. So currently it's selling. Once it break here, once it has broken this level here, then we'll be expecting it to get to 94.524. Okay, that is our next point of interest for the dollar. The market is looking just juicy this morning, and we're expecting further sales of the dollar index to the downside. Okay, so this retracement is done. We can get rid of this guy so it doesn't confuse us moving forward. Now, seeing that the market is selling further, I'll be expecting more sales this morning and into the remaining part of the day for the dollar index. Right now, the dollar index looks to have grabbed liquidity from last month. So we're seeing that the dollar index is trading above after taking liquidity from this place right here as at today. So for today, I'm expecting a quick retracement and then a sell-off. Since we're expecting retracement, this will be a good place to draw the Fibonacci retracement to. Remember, I always tell you guys, don't draw the Fibonacci retracement to until you're seeing strong signs of retracement. Now, if we look at the 1 hour time frame, and if you look at the 15 minutes time frame, you'd also see that those retracements may be looking strong. That is why I'm drawing the Fibonacci retracement tool on the 4 hour time frame. So right here on the 4 hour time frame, next thing I'll be doing after I've done my Fibonacci retracement tool is to look for points of interest. Right now, I'm seeing previous support level right here that price could trade into. So I'll be looking forward to seeing what price is going to do around this previous support level. And that is my first point of interest. So I'll switch over to the 1 hour time frame as well. And then on the 1 hour time frame, you can mark this order block right here. Okay, this order block on the 1 hour time frame. So this Fibonacci retracement tool is helping me know the point of interest I should pay attention to. I would have looked at this order block right here, but price has already mitigated it. So I'll be looking forward to this one for one more mitigation. So I want to see the dollar index buy into this level and then I'll sell it to the downside. So this is what I want to see. Price here and then another round of sell. So this is my expectation for the dollar index this morning. I'll be going long on the dollar index, but it's not for long term. It's just short term buy bias on the dollar index. And then once price has traded into my point of interest, then I'll reverse my bias and start looking out for sales on the dollar index. Okay, so this is what I am looking out for this morning on the dollar index. A buy into this region and then a sell afterwards. Now let's take a look at how this affects Euro USD and GBP USD. So let's move over to Euro USD first of all. Now you see that we're having a replica of the dollar index analysis on almost a replica on Euro USD. For the Euro USD, we told you all that we planned or we anticipated a retracement somewhere around here. And you can see that price has retraced into that exact place where we expected the retracement. Right now, what we are expecting on Euro USD is to see price buy back all the way above. If you look at it on the daily time frame as well, you see that the resumption price has been resuming the bullish trend. So we're expecting buys on Euro USD. You can see that this mini structure here on the daily time frame has been broken as well, right here. You see that price is about breaking it today. So we'll be looking to take part in that. So for Euro USD, let's look at the trades that we're anticipating to play out today. Now, if you look at the 1 hour time frame, you'd also see that retracement is happening on Euro USD. So I'm expecting to see possibly Euro USD may trade into this place if this if the sell trend, sorry, not the sell trend, now if the sell retracement continues further, we might see Euro USD trade further into this region right here. But if not, this is where I would want to see Euro USD trade into. So yeah, somewhere here, which is the high of Friday. Okay, so within these two regions are where I would want to see the Euro USD retracement into, and then I'll be buying back to the upside. So let's do this. You can see that this region, it's a little descent for where we're expecting price. So I want to see how Euro USD is going to play out when it gets into here. So at the open of the day, somewhere around the open of today's market is where I'm expecting a Euro USD buy. So I expect Euro USD to sell into this region right here. So this is going to be about 20 to 30 pips. So we're just looking at 30 pips. If for any reason we're going to take this trade, if I see a good entry, of course I would want to take the trade. But if that plays out, just targeting 30 pips, that's just a quick scalp. Now, if you're looking for where we're going to see an entry in that regard, you can just wait for price to tap into this other block. Once price taps into this other block, then we'll take our buy to the upside. Okay, so we'll take our sell rather to this region. This is where I'll be exiting myself. So let me just use this tool to show you exactly where I'll be looking for my entry. So personally, I don't even think this trade would be worth it, because it's not going to give you as much as you would want. Maybe 1:2 at most. So you would see this is not even as much as 1:2. But then the original place we're expecting price to get to is right here, somewhere around here. So you can just extend to 1:2 somewhere here. Okay, so if you are having itchy fingers and you can't wait for price to get here, then you can just take this quick sell. But for me, the main trade is in the buy. So I'm looking to buy Euro USD. So this is what I'm expecting. I want to trade into somewhere around here and then buy to the upside. So I'm looking for buys of Euro USD somewhere around here. Okay, so let me call out the price points as usual, so we are not mistaken. So where I'm looking for a buy on Euro USD is at 1.135. 1.135 region. That is where I'm looking for a buy on Euro USD. If I see a good buy from there, then I'll be taking my trade to the upside. Okay, so for Euro USD, my overall bias is a buy. However, we might see a short sell, which is for a retracement, and then we'll see the long-term buy bias playing out afterwards. Okay, so I hope this analysis on Euro USD is clear. Now let's move to GBP USD. The market seems to be very clear and very objective for us this morning as we're analyzing it. Now for GBP USD, you can also see USD is moving to the upside, very bullish at this point. If you look at it also on the daily time frame, all right, it is very bullish as well. So for GBP USD, we might be expecting a retracement as well, just like we're expecting on Euro USD. So for GBP USD, the retracement might be deeper than what you're seeing on Euro USD, because on the 4-hour time frame, you can see that it's still far away from getting to any discount region. And you can see that the buy was just to one side. We didn't have any retracement whatsoever. You can see from the weekly time frame, the daily, the 4-hour time frame. So there's buy side inefficiency in this part. So it was just buying only, no clear sell. So on the 1-hour time frame is where we would see an order block that we can be anticipating price to get to. So for GBP USD, this is where I'm expecting to see it sell into from here, and then I'll take a buy to the upside. So this is what I'm expecting on GBP USD. I want to see price coming to this order block before buying. And then if you check out how many pips this is quite decent compared to the Euro USD one. So this is about 40 pips in our direction. So let's look out for the trade that we're expecting on GBP USD. Now for GBP USD, just like Euro, I'm expecting price to trade into this level right here. Okay, so around this other fair value gap right here and old shoulder. So this is what I want to see in the lower time frame. I want to see price trade into here, then I'll sell it to the downside when it sells into this downside, I want to see another buy back to the upside. So this is what I'm expecting for GBP USD this morning. So let me make it clear. Okay. Okay, so this is about 50 pips. Target stop loss about 16 to 15 pips, 15 pips here. So stop loss is 15 pips, take profit is 52 pips for GBP USD. All right, so this is where I'm looking to get my entry on GBP USD. I want to get a sell from 1.35790. That's where I want to get myself from. My stop loss would be somewhere around 1.35944, and my take profit will be around 1.35262. Okay, so this is my bias on GBP US. This is where I want to see the market trading into. All right. Okay, so I hope this is very clear for you all. Okay. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Please, you can watch the recap on market color session on our live parts on the YouTube channel. So you'll be able to get all the numbers. So I'll just go over it one more time. The entry that I'm looking to enter is right here on the fair value gap, 1.35785. And then my stop loss is going to be at 1.35939. And then my take profit is going to be at 1.35265. Okay, so you can go and look at it on the chart again, do your own research, and be sure that it aligns with your own style of trading so that you can take advantage of it. All right, so this will be the end of this session of the market color. Okay, so I hope everyone was able to get value this morning from what we've analyzed so far. So please, if you're watching us from YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also click on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we post or whenever we are active or having a live session like this, so you don't miss out on good trade setups. Okay, so we're going to go on a very short break, and when we return, we're going to continue the analysis. We'll be looking at gold against the dollar. We'll be looking at the yen basket and one or two other yen related pairs. Okay, so stay tuned, and when we return, we'll continue with the market color.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Market Color. Welcome back to the Market Color, brought to you by the Value Flow Trading Team. All right, so right now we'll be going into the analysis of the precious metal and also the yen basket, and from there we are going to check all through the other yen correlated pairs across board. All right, so let's quickly move, starting with the precious metal this morning. Now, if you're on our mailing list, you'll have gotten the analysis for the week for the precious metal is heading to, and what we have is we are expecting it to come and take out liquidity. We've been waiting for it to grab since last week, Thursday, and price has not really gotten there, and that is what we are still looking out to see play out today. And that is exactly what we should watch out for, because we know that after this long move that we have here, because of the price reaction we can see on the trend line, knowing fully well that we've been on a very overall bullish move all the way to the upside. Now this is looking more like a consolidation, which is also respecting the trend line, the overall trend line moving so far. All right, so if you look at it from the 4-hour time frame, it becomes much more clearer, such as we have price, creating liquidity level here, and we expect price to come and take it out, then we trace all the way back down again for it to continue. However, if we look at the price action we have on Friday, we were expecting price to retrace on Friday so that it could now go up. But looking at what we have on Friday, we see that price took out liquidity and create a minor structure inside of it. I mean, market shift after it took out liquidity here, and that becomes much more clearer if you look at it from the 1 hour time frame. Now, looking at after price did all this, we can see it came all the way to take out liquidity, and we've seen the market shift at that Friday all through in the New York session for Friday. Now we are expecting today. Also, remember today being a bank holiday, both in the British GBP and also for the dollar too. We have bank holiday in US also today. So we may just see some level of volatility during this session, I mean the London session. Then for New York session, we may not see real moves all through, and instead it may be a manipulation also. So you may want to be very, very careful. Now, if you look at it on the 1 hour time frame, we've seen the liquidity being taken out from this level here, as you can see, and market created liquidity below again and before it breaks out to the upside. Now, our outlook on Friday is if by any means we see a break of this level here, which happened that Friday, then we're expecting price to come back all the way to come and take out liquidity levels here. Let's look at it from the 15-minute view for us to be much more clear about that particular insight. All right, so this is it from the 15-minute view. We've seen the sweep of liquidity and also price, consolidated for a long while here, almost for about 12 or 10 hours there. So you can see after the consolidation, we now see the breakout all the way to the upside. So our outlook is still that when price still comes back, our analysis on Friday is still there, meaning if price comes back all the way to come and take out liquidity here, or particularly came to take out Friday though, then we can easily begin to, long all through to the upside. Now, if we begin to long it, where are we buying to? We are coming all the way to take out liquidity away from this 4 hour time frame. Then we can now begin to short all through to the trend line again. As price trades into the trend line on the 4 hour time frame, then we can begin to long again, because the overall move for the precious metal is still a bullish move, even if you look at it from the weekly time frame. Now, on the weekly time frame, we are going to observe that we've been in buy trend all through, but right now for a few weeks now, about 4 or 5 weeks now, market has been consolidating, even though it's still respecting the trend line all through. So what we are expecting right now is price should come and take out those liquidity level we mark both from 4 hour time frame, then trade into the trend line, then we can now see the bullish of again. Of adventure, if by any means this week we see a break of this trend line downside, then that is going to tell us a new story entirely for us to follow. All right, so that is for the precious metal in a nutshell on the 15-minute time frame. What we are looking to do on the 15-minute time frame now is we are expecting more sales of the precious metal all the way into this, the liquidity level here. When it takes out either Friday high or this particular liquidity point here, then we can easily begin to long back again into the 4 hour level here, our 4 hour POI. And from that level, we want to short down to the trend line and begin to long all the way back up again. All right, so that is the simple approach to see what we're expecting for the week on the precious metal. So right now, let's quickly go a bit into to Japan to see what is going on the yen basket, and you can easily have a clue of what to do with the other yen correlated here. Now, if you look at the yen basket right from the weekly time frame, remember last week happens to be a buy week, just as we said, the way we analyzed it right from Monday. Now, since the buy all through, and remember the candlestick pattern that was formed last week as that market closed on Friday. Now, if you look at it, we see indecision week before, 2 weeks ago indecision, then last week again, 3 weeks ago indecision, 2 weeks ago, we also see the buyers trying to tell us they are still in control. And last week, the buyers fully took over the market, showing yes, we are still in control of the market. But as at the opening of this week, which is just yesterday night into this morning, we see some level of brief retracement down. And we are going to examine that on the lower time frame moving forward. But the overall move is still that we expect the yen basket to see rally all the way into this weekly order block and also the fair value gap that we have inside of that level. So this is still the overall level we are still expecting the yen basket to rally into moving forward. All right. So if we look at it from the daily time frame, we are going to observe that on the daily time frame, though, we see some level of push all through to the upside. That was last week's move. Yes, it was a bullish move. Even though the momentum are not really that strong, you can see the candlesticks, they are not really as strong as these ones that we have here, like the way we know the yen basket to have its own move. All right, so what is now the outlook that we want to see on the yen basket now? Currently, what the market is doing right now, we will just see price just, retrace a bit to this level, then begin is move all the way back up, all the way to our weekly POI. All right, so that is the outlook we are looking out for the yen basket moving forward. And if you look at it on the 4-hour time frame, it makes a lot of sense because we are seeing this place more like a shoulder. All right, and all the way back up. So that is the outlook we are having for the yen basket. Now, if that is what we are expecting on the yen basket, what should we now look out for on the other yen correlated pairs like GBP JPY, like AUD JPY, and also Euro JPY? Let's quickly take a look at GBP JPY right from the weekly time frame and down to the lower time frame. Now, if you look at GBP JPY from the weekly time frame, you are going to observe that overall, yes, price has been bullish, but at this particular point, sometimes last year, we see some market structure shift to the downside. However, price now ends up in a consolidation, and then after the consolidation, we see price just struggling to push higher, but instead it's more like moving to the downside. Now, if you are expecting the yen basket to rally into that weekly POI, then we expect the GBP JPY to short all the way down to where is our POI for GBP JPY. If you look at it very clearly on the weekly time frame, then we expect GBP JPY also to come and take out liquidity at this point around this level here. Why? Because this particular sweep all the way last year already took out some buy side liquidity. So we expect price also to trade all the way down. Now, if you look at it from the daily time frame, it makes much more sense on the daily time frame how that we expect the GBP JPY to tank to some level first to come and take out liquidity here. That is what we've been expecting for some days now, and it's just doing it little by little. All right, so that is what we are expecting for GBP JPY. Now, what is the now trade for GBP JPY? Let's look at that from the 4-hour time frame. If you look at the 4-hour time frame, remember last week we intend, shorting it all through to this particular level. It was only on Friday that we see a buy price move. That was during the New York session, during the analysis of the New York session on Friday. That is when we see the buy move, which we took. And then if you look at it right now on the 4-hour time frame, we already see the sweep somewhere here. You can see the shoulder, you see the sweep, how that price came all the way, built liquidity and broke to the upside. So what we're expecting now is price should still come all the way to come and take out this low. And that is what is giving us that information that we should expect GBP JPY sell to some level this day. All right. Now remember also on Friday, we have some levels we are also considering for GBP JPY sell. Sometimes, yes, that was on Friday. We were expecting the sell of GBP JPY, how that price should come all the way into this shoulder here, somewhere here. And that is where price came to right this morning. Now, what is now the entry pattern that we have? We've not seen any entry pattern for GBP JPY sell at all. So instead, just wait and let's see what exactly becomes of it. But before that, can we just take a look at the 1 hour time frame. Now, if you look at the 1 hour time frame, after this looks more of a sweep of liquidity, as you can see how that price take out liquidity from this level, and we see clear break of market structure to the downside. Now, price currently came to test this shoulder that we have here. Maybe let's draw that so everyone can get the concept. So we see how that price came to test this particular shoulder right here, and that alone gives a lot of sense, makes a lot of sense. Just that, when price gets to the shoulder level, just, pull the trigger and begin to sell. Instead, you wait for your entry signature. Now, if you look at the 15-minute time frame, we really did not see any entry signature yet. So that is why I'm going to say we should wait, be patient enough, see your entry signature. That gives you much more confidence for you to take your trade. But if you look at it from the 1 hour time frame, you are going to see that price already came to that level, and that is where we see that pull to the downside. All right, and knowing fully well that we are still expecting sell of GBP JPY all the way to the downside. All right, so let's move now to AUD JPY. For AUD JPY, sometimes last week we were expecting it price to come all the way to take out this particular high, and during the New York session we just see the sell off all through, and we're like, okay, since price already moved before getting to that level, two things happened. Is either it came back to test that level to go down, or it violated. And as we can see right now, price already violates that price action move around this level, already grab all liquidity points. Now, if you now see it from the 1 hour time frame, we are going to observe on the 1 hour time frame, we are having a shoulder just resting somewhere above here. So that is going to be the next POI we are going to be considering, because we are expecting a short of AUD JPY for the week. All right. So this is what we are going to be expecting. How that market should come all the way into this POI. First, take out liquidity around this level here. We expect price to take out liquidity around this level. So when price takes out this particular point and tap into this level, now can we just zoom in maybe to 15-minute time frame to see what exactly is the play around that zone? Now, if you look at it, good, it becomes much more clearly on the 15-minute time frame. Look at it. This is the shoulder, this is the sweep, this is the break, and after the break, created liquidity level. And right inside the shoulder, we have fair value gap both left and right. So for me, my most preferred trade is going to be AUD JPY, meaning when price trades into this POI, then I can easily begin to short to the downside. Now, if you look at it very well, you can see the shoulder there. You can see the fair value gap both the left and right. Maybe I should zoom out so we see much more clearly. So this is it here since on the 19th of May, and we are expecting price to break into it today being 26th or into tomorrow. All right, so this is the shoulder within the sweep, and now we already have the break with liquidity level there. So we are expecting price to come all the way to come and take out this level. Then we can begin to short AUD JPY. So that is our outlook for AUD JPY. You see very well. All right, so this is it here. Allow price to trade properly into that zone. And if you are the type who wants to just sell anywhere, there is no entry for any sell. Just be patient enough. Instead, we are seeing buy signature forming for us to push more to that level. So if you want to push more to that level, I would advise, if you are looking to buy, I would advise allow price to come to this level if you are looking to buy. But the buy is going to be you trying to buy at a premium. All right, it's going to be you trying to buy at a premium. So if you are looking to buy, you can just just give your short somewhere around this level, and knowing fully well that you are buying from premium with your SL just below the Asian low. That's about 13 pips. The generous enough to give about 15 pips. All right, so just give it 15 pips, and all you are targeting is price, trading all the way into the POI just as we have here. So that is about it. Good. Just allow price to come and take out liquidity around this level. So that's about 1:5. We are risking 15 pips for 78 pips if you want to take that. But I would advise that looks more like a low probability trade, but you can still take it because of the signature we are seeing on the 15-minute time frame. All right, and when price get to this point, we are looking to short AUD JPY. So that is telling us that AUD JPY seems to be our most preferred yen pair for the week if you look at it from this level, from this standpoint. So the entry is just around this shoulder here, while your risk, all you are risking is about 20 pips. All right, so you are risking about 20 pips. And where are we selling it all the way into? I'm seeing price coming all the way to this particular shoulder level here. So when price gets here, that's you are risking 20 pips for 161 pips. So that's about 1:8. So that is just, if you are able to get this, that's a trade for the week and you are good to go. All right, so that is for AUD JPY. Lastly, on the row, we have GBP, Euro JPY for the week. So if you look at Euro JPY on the daily time frame too, it has a similar pattern, just the way we have GBP JPY and also the inverse of the yen basket. We can see on the daily time frame where they have a market structure shift and price is currently in a consolidation on the daily time frame. Now, if you look at it from the 4-hour time frame, we are going to observe where we are still expecting price to trade into since Friday. Price has not gotten to our POI. Now, if you look at it on the 1-hour time frame, where is our POI here? We're expecting that price should come and trade into this particular shoulder here. Why? Because we already see the speed of liquidity of this level. So this is where our POI is on Euro JPY. Now that becomes much more clear on the 15-minute time frame, because you can see this is it somewhere here. So this is what we are expecting price to come and do. And as you can see also, we have more like an order block inside of this point. This is it here. We have our order block. So we intend to short inside of this order block, which also correlates with this shoulder. So my preferred yen pairs to trade for the week is going to be AUD JPY and also Euro JPY, knowing fully well that we have a very brief and less SL. All right, so let's watch out for the two pairs and also for the precious metal. If there's any question, you can easily type in the chat box. Let's quickly take a look at it and we get the rest of it.
Gold,
Sorry.
please.
What do you say?
Gold, please.
Sorry, please. When you come for the analysis late, you can easily watch the replay. We start with the precious metal, which is gold. Start first, all right. After the dollar analysis, we start the precious metal before the yen pair. So you can easily just go to our YouTube page to watch the replay of the SAUUSD, which is also gold. All right. So you can watch the replay, but the overall bias for the SAUUSD is you want to sell to buy, then you want to sell down again to the trend line. So you can just watch it on our YouTube page and get the best of it. If there is no any further question, remember thank you very much, Mr. Samuel. Thank you, sir. So the FS Bootcamp training is going to be this weekend, and it's going to be a very great one because it's weekend. Everybody will have a very cool view of it. You have enough time so that you can easily master the market, so you get the best of it. Just go to Value Flow Trading on YouTube, Value Flow Trading, and you're going to see today's analysis session there. All right, so that is it. Till we meet again by 2 p.m. Make sure you trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy. Once again, I'm Lekon Cheers and God bless.